Hey everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Hey Gary, hey James and Crankin' Yankin. Like that new boat. Really like that new boat, James, by the way. Got a good, I watched your video this morning. Got out there and caught some fish on it first time out. Can't beat that. Mike, Big Bake Posse, Brian Green. Again, Gary, thanks for stopping back by the channel. We do got some updates tonight. We actually had people already turning the fish in the second period, which is awesome. I didn't expect to see any for a while, but hey, catch them, turn them in. We'll throw that up here in just a little bit. Let's give it time for some folks to jump in. Got 10 online now. James, I seen your comment on the 24-volt tow motor. I got you, brother. Sometimes it's just best to wait till the old one dies out to get another one. Hey, Russell, thanks for stopping by. Ricardo, thank you for stopping by. Hello. Russell, I got your fish recorded. I don't know if I sent you we'll talk about that tonight. Make sure that I get everybody's fish recorded. I've been doing something. I did send you a recorded. Just for everybody's, while I'm waiting here for folks. Hey, Chris. John, how are you? So just for everybody's situation where it's on a tournament. Last week I missed a few. Hey, Chris McGowan, down in Camp Lejeune. Hey, you heard about the water in Camp Lejeune? It's okay now. But the commercials think otherwise. For everybody that turns in fish to me, what I've been doing just to make sure that I record your fish. Hey, Russell Gardner. As soon as I record your fish, I reply to your email with recorded. If you see that I've typed recorded in an email back to you, your fish is recorded. Hey, Spaceman, how's things in Washington? Oh, I didn't see where the live scope was on your boat, James. I need to look at that. I'm sure it's entertaining. Hey, Thomas Campos, I got your fish today. Ted from Off the Hook. Welcome. We've got about 20 in here. We'll give you a couple more minutes before we jump on. You turn up my volume. I can turn up my volume. I would bet that I have the wrong speaker on. Can you hear me better? Cold and rainy. I know what it is. Hold on. Let me turn this off. That's got to be better. You guys hear me better now? Okay. Yeah, I had the fan on. I turned that thing off just to make it a little bit better. Hey, Rodney. Thanks for stopping by. The echo made it bad. Okay. All right. It should be better. It should be gone now. My little setup is in the garage, and my wife's car is gone, so there's probably a little bit of an echo in here. Oh, that's right. Ted, you were the first Ted was the very first person to score a fish live in one of our tournaments. How can you make the staging sheet bigger on your phone? Sorry, you're old school. Huh? That's actually new school. If you just, depending if you got an Apple or an Android, just spread it out like that. So speaking of spreadsheet, I'll go up here in just a minute. Hey, Lydia, thanks for stopping by. I think I know what my issue is on my microphone, so I'm going to open up my laptop a little bit louder. That should help as well. We'll see how hoping that's a little bit better. All right, we do got some folks that have turned in fish, and I'll throw the spreadsheet up in just a minute. But I did not change the standings. Even though you turned in new fish, what I wanted everybody to see in this week is the final standings of where we're at before we started the second period. So when I throw up the spreadsheet here in just a minute, it's not changed like John turned in a fish today, Russell turned in a fish today. I didn't change the standings based on that. I can do that. But I just want everybody to see where the standings were as of Friday night and where they stood as of Friday night. And then you can see you can see where you're at. All the 5 or 6 folks that turned in fish can see it. Ted, be careful on the lighting. That stuff is like self-critiquing. You may not walk away from the lighting. So let me throw up the spreadsheet real quick, because we'll throw it up 2 or 3 times like we do every weekend. Let me share my screen here. Here we go. Now the standings here are as where we were as of the close of business on the first period. And you can see over there, I got a few others that turned in fish today, like John. I know John turned one, and he turned a 21.5 inch today. He's at 78. I didn't change the standings based on that, but you can see where you're at. Actually, where they're placed at is first, second, third, and fourth overall now. But I wanted everybody to see where their standings were as of the end of the first period. So 64.5 inches was the biggest total turned in, and then the Cole at 61, and so on. So long ways to go, a lot of fish to catch. Some of you have already turned in some bass, but hey, Nicole, you see where you're at. I'm shocked about seeing 64 inches, by the way. I was like, whoa, it's going to be a tough one. It can be done. Clyde. Hey, folks, I'm back. I don't know what happened. My internet just went completely out. Not a bump. It just went completely out. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry about that. What did I miss something? Yeah. I don't know what happened, but it should be good. I don't know. It's the internet, right? So I know we got to see the first bit of the spreadsheet. Is there anybody got any questions about the participant code? Because I have had a few people not try to send in send in their own participant code, and I'm not accepting it. So please make sure, if you don't understand it, now's the time. Yes, thanks, Spaceman. Technical difficulties. I mean, I lost everything, but if you don't understand, now's the time to ask the question. I think it's pretty straightforward. Most everybody got it though. Just making sure I caught up on all the comments here. Oh, Nicole, you just emailed me. Well, I will see if that email came in. Not yet. Where is Theo? Not sure if he's lost or if someone wants his position in return. I don't know where the Theo comment came from, but I don't get it, Gary, but I'm sure it's going to be funny when you tell me next time you see me. I'll look for your, read the chain. I got you. Okay. Linda, you're not on YouTube. I'm just on Facebook. I would venture to guess that Ted wants to know understanding. Okay. Let me throw the spreadsheet back up. Ted is in. Okay, everybody back. All right. It's back up on YouTube. Ted, you're in 17th place. Just getting green screen on YouTube. It should be back up. Gary, you got me up? Text me if you're still having issues. Okay, I'll throw the spreadsheet up one more time. Once I find out the green screen is gone. Thomas Campbell's got me on YouTube. Okay, I'll throw up the spreadsheet one more time. You're good. All right, Gary. All right, sorry about that, folks. That's technology at its best. Share my screen, and we will go over here and look at this. So Ted, you're at 40, you're at 17th, and I know Theo is in here. Theo is in 33rd place. And of course, you guys haven't turned any fishing yet for check down. So that's where you're at as we speak. And I seen Nicole just sent me an email. And it's coming in. Holy smokes! Nicole has turned in a whopper. Nicole, if you don't mind, I'm just going to tell everybody you just caught a 21.75 inch bass. 21.75 if I'm reading that correctly. So I'll go ahead and put that in the, yep, that one works. Nicole, I think that puts you in the lead. Scott Roberts. Has he got another name that he goes by, Big Lake Posse? Yeah, yours was 21.25, John. I got you at 21.5 is what I see. I'll go back and double check. If it's 21.25, it don't count. Because you, John, you're saying yours is 21.25? I'll go back and double check. It does count. So your next fish has to be, your next fish to be at least 25? No. If you caught a 24, your next fish has to be 29, 1 inch bigger. So like Nicole has to have something better. I thought so, John. Like for example, Nicole, her next fish has to be 22.75. Very doable. She'll be, that's a very doable. Yeah, 22.75. Nicole, I just noticed that your Facebook picture, you and I'm guessing your husband or significant other, both holding a big bass. Hopefully it counts, John, for sure. Oh, I thought, no, Nicole turned in a 21.75. She did 21.75. Now, the guy that's in, by the way, Big Big Posse, what was the individual's name? I didn't catch that. Scott Roberts on the list. Let me just see real quick, if you don't mind, folks, for Scott Roberts. Let me see if I can find him. Scott. I don't have. Just quickly looking through here, Mike. I don't see Scott Roberts unless he's going by something else. Double checking. Yeah, I don't have a Scott Roberts unless he's going by a different handle that I don't have. How many people in the tournament? Total people registered was 881. The total people that are left in the tournament is a better question. That number is 64 people qualified for the second round. Only 64 people out of 800 and some turned in 3 bass. And Mike, if I miss Scott Roberts, please let me know. I'll fix that immediately. But I don't have anything. I just looked at my email. J.A. Mixon, you submitted your fish for the list. I do have emails from you, J.A. Mixon. What was your... Hey, Tyler. Play first fishing. Let me just look. I know I've seen yours, Jay. Control F. You're a T48. And I know I've seen your fish, but they are not into the spreadsheet. I will go back and double check, JA. Could have been a save issue stuff. Your participant name is number 1. Where do you see that at? I got Clyde Demery in the number 1 position. Yeah. So, if Jay, I'll double check. I know I've seen emails from you. It might have not saved or something like that. I had, or it's on a different backside of the spreadsheet that I didn't update. Yeah, but let keep on fishing. I'll make sure. I'm a little confused why I don't have yours in there, Jay, because I know I've seen emails from you. And what I was telling everybody before, if I record your fish, I immediately send you an email back that says recorded. That's what I've been doing to everybody's fish. I'm making sure I record them. I reply, except for Nicole. I did that one live. That was updated. It's on film. I have been sending everybody a reply email back recorded. So everybody who is sending sent me an email. John, you can keep on waiting on mail-in ballots. You're going to reply for me that your fish are recorded. And I'm almost positive I sent something to you, Jay Nixon, but stranger things have happened. That's why we have these lives. I see you down here, T48. Just for somebody asked, just on the 60-some folks that are left, there were 196 people who turned in bass, but not everybody. Okay, I'll go back to look, Jay. Not everybody. Most people turned in. A lot of those people turned in 1 bass. Few turned in 2. Some folks said, "Hey, I just couldn't catch a 3rd." So it is what it is, right? It's fishing. You said Friday at 9:56 p.m. I was in California. Yeah, just look. Send it back to me, Jay. Just send it back. I just looked at my email. I do not see one from you on Friday. Ricardo Monslav, you are 41st. You are 44th, Ricardo. Yeah, Marvin, that's how it goes. We sometimes miss them, but don't be discouraged. Get back out there and get after them. I'm a little upset though. I missed an email. I went over and over and over the emails before I closed out round one, and I still don't see on the second device. So, yeah, Jay, make sure you send those back to me. So. Sometimes I miss people because I have like backlash fisherman or bass hunter, and I've got several bass hunters. Actually, there's 2 bass hunters. It's tank time for me, or just go big or go home. Yeah, John, I hear you. It's you got to get some big ones. And I've seen the video you and Linda put out the other day on Lake Jackson. I'm going to say it this way. I don't mean it derogatory, but it looked like it was a 1,000-acre mud puddle because it was very, very shallow. I mean, I think you said it's very, very shallow on Lake Jackson. But how many? Yeah, Jerry, I don't have junk mail set up. I killed that. Okay, thanks, Jay. As soon as it gets in, I'll update it, I promise you. Right here live, and we make sure we got it. And I see it. And you got 48.5 inches of fish. Only one bass hunter. Well, we've got a couple folks referred to as bass hunter, and he's in Virginia. He came up right there. Yeah, I got it, Jay. I just seen it come in. I'll get that updated. And I'll just throw it in the spreadsheet right now. For 8.5. We'll just restart shuffle now. And that puts you at tied for 30th place. Okay. And I'll show that one more time. John, I believe you. I mean, I see. It's 1,000 acres is not a mud puddle. I'm not saying it because of the size. I'm talking about the depth. And what was the average depth on Lake Jackson? 4 foot? 3 foot? I know Donkey Land's 3 or 4 foot on average, maybe 5 foot, maybe 6 foot when it's real high. But I mean, it has channels. Is Jackson the same way? Chris, you're still in the top 10, and I'll be out on Able this weekend, so they can't hide. It's 3 foot, maybe. Are you running your big motor? That's a wrong question. I know you're running your big motor in 3 foot water. Brian, I haven't been out to Mooney in over a month. Have you been out to Mooney? Chris, I'm hitting Able this weekend. When he put fishing shallow water, oh, Gary's like when you changed the title of your video, he didn't think he'd change lakes. See, I knew better. I'm just going to warn you, if you want to go down to Donkey Land or Central Florida and go out in John and Lindy, it is a blast. Have a great time. But John is going to run the big motor if there's enough water to fill this cup. And I'm a firm believer, if you're going to run skinny, you run fast, right? You get that boat up and you keep just a prop in the water. John has no issue doing that. Mooney is so clear. That's an issue. Not only that, I bet the boat ramp is, you can't get in the boat ramp, is still down. Faster takes less water. Okay. Yeah, I've seen your Facebook page, Chris, that you're working on your boat. Have we ever heard of Lake Calhoun south of Tallahassee, Tyler? I have heard of Lake Calhoun, and Gary from Gary Fishtail, I think you won a tournament there the other day, didn't you? Gary's from Gary's Fishtail, Tyler, can tell you about Lake Calhoun. Abel is dirty, it's because of all the rain that's coming in. Brian, I figured you'd be hitting Luna. It's getting clear too. So, yeah, Brian or Tyler, Gary can give you some pointers on Calhoun. That's a great lake. I guess it's not as popular as like Seminole and some of the other lakes, but it's got a lot of good fish in it. I can understand in New York being about trying to catch up with a 21.5 incher. That's a bass. That's a heavy bass to get on for New York. That's a big bass. But I just seen this comment. Lydia, that made sense. WFO is all John knows. Now, John, did you catch that one you turned in today? Was that on Jackson, or was that at on Donkeyland? Yeah, Brian, I seen your 22 incher. You couldn't count it. What did you miss? Well, first time casting adventures, you missed my internet going out, and I missed an email. And I will throw up the spreadsheet here in just a minute where you can see the current standings. I'm just reading Oklahoma. I don't know what Oklahoma area river. Never heard of that. Yeah, that's the stinker, Brian. You caught that 22 incher, which would have been putting you right where you need to be. Let's see. Brian Green. Yeah, you need a 22. That'd put you in the money. Oh, wow. John, you did 2 lakes. How far is Jackson far apart from Donkeyland? I know Stick Marsh is close. I know you got to drive all the way around to get to Stick Marsh, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it goes, though. 15 minutes. So I didn't know it was that close. That's good to know. No kind of dirt road. Well, John, it's what, 10 miles on a dirt road to get to Donkeyland? That's a long dirt road. Not the longest I've ever been on, but recently that's the longest one I've ever been on. I mean, I grew up on it. Honestly, I grew up on that dirt road. Nicole, did you catch your big one at night? I'm always curious about that. Hey, Tina Ladybug, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I thought 13 miles sounded about right on the dirt road. Brian, I just ordered some crankbaits today. You know, they tell you to go down to 25. If you get the crankbait go to 20, you've done something. Especially if you're in a kayak, you don't have as much leverage on that reel. I mean, you got to get down there. Yeah, so the reason I asked Nicole about night fishing is my dad took me night fishing And I'm a big believer in night fishing in the summer to catch big bass. But man alive, when you catch a monster and you got to get him netted, it is hard sometimes. It is very, very hard. And it comes like I do a lot of night fishing. Yeah, it's you can lose them easy at night. You really can. John, did you get the rattlesnake? That 5-footer probably got a nice rattle on it with a couple buttons. Or did you just go around it? That's a big rattlesnake. Oh, okay, I got you, Brian. So, all right, you're standing up in the yak, and you're going to have that 10-pound test line. But, Brian, you lose a lot. You lose a lot of bass. Not a lot. You can lose bass pretty easy when you fish, a flimsier rod with that deeper crankbait. They kind of come up. They will throw your bait if they jump. I found that's my experience anyway. You took a picture of rattlesnake and let it roll the window up. Hey, I get people that are afraid of snakes, but I'm telling you, I don't think a rattlesnake's going to jump in the truck, even with the window rolled down. £20 Tesla, that's the way to go, Nicole. There you go, Ryan. You've lost 3 big ones you jumped in. I believe it. The rod and line makes sense, but they get up and they start jumping, they throw those crankbaits. Hey, Gary, are you still on here? Gary from Gary's Fish Tales, you see what John has got there. So if you're going out this weekend, make sure you got the bug dog, because Gary's in Florida. And Gary doesn't like bugs when he fishes. Oh, he was curled up and ready to jump, Linda says. Yes, hey, right there, you can catch giant bass. I caught probably one of my biggest smallmouth of all time when I was like, I don't know, 18, right before I came to the military. I found a water snake, and I wasn't trying to snag it for bait, but I took my worm hook off and snagged it, and it was wriggling. I threw it over to the deep water. I caught like a 4.5-pound smallmouth. You can definitely catch, if you can get a snake, if you're brave enough to put one on. Yep. That right there is another reason for down around Seminole. Caught the rattlesnake with devil's measure. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but one night, Gary and I were fishing in Minnesota. This was years ago when me and Gary lived in North Dakota. We were bass fishing. We went night fishing, and we were doing real well. But the big motor wouldn't turn over, and we're stuck out in the middle of the lake in Minnesota, great fishing lake. Can't remember the name of it. But we were the hottest thing setting in the lake, and the mosquitoes were so bad, we took trash bags and covered our bodies and just poked a hole out of the trash bag. Gary said this one's not there. We poked holes with the trash bag to breathe. The mosquitoes were so bad. This is back when he and I both smoked, and we were smoking cigarettes to try to draw the mosquitoes away, but the heat's what draws them on that cold water. Oh man, it was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. So, yeah, Brian, you have to slow fight them in there, and you got those big ones on there, especially. What chizzy winks is that? Like a small gnat, John? Ooh. 8 gators is what I'm talking about. I think that's called PTSD. If you still hear the mosquitoes in your sleep. Oh, the locals call it that. Okay. We don't have. We had the other day when I was out on Woonga, I had some biting flies tearing me up, but I don't mind them. Long as the bugs aren't just all over me, I don't mind them that much. But some people it really bothers the bugs that come here. All right, let me throw up the spreadsheet one more time for folks that came in, and just want to do one thing real quick before I do that, and update this formula here. Put an I in front of that J. All right, and this is still would be in order. Let me throw it up. And I just updated Nicole's. All right, so there we are. I did not change the standings as I said in the beginning. The yellow is what the ending was for the first period. And scrolling on down. So we got one time, Russell, here you are, Russell, RWA Fishing. I got your 17 in today. Vincent Crowder, I got him in. No, that's not Vincent Crowder. It's Nick Aver from here in Virginia. And then Nicole's turned one in. She's at 82.75 now. John's at 78. So this is the standings as of the end of round one. And this is where we're at as of today. And there's, like I said, Russell has turned one in, 62.25. And that's where we're at. Lots of fish to catch, lots of where to go. Who's in first place, Nicole? As of today, right now, Nicole, she is at, if you didn't catch it, she's got 82.75. John, you're at 75. Abel Miller at 74.5. And T. Campos, you're at 73.5, followed by Nick Aber at 71. Again, everybody got a lot of fishing to go. It says 2 beside her name. Let me look. Cole 14, 29. 21.75. I don't know what you're looking at, John. I'll share it again. But no, there's no 2. Fish 2 is up there, but that's an empty blank spot. So let's just do something real quick. I'll just do the perhaps. Right now, if John and Nicole hit their marks, they will be over 100 inches. So that is where we're at, folks. Yeah, lots of fish to go. Get out there and tear them up. Jay, you may need a couple 20. You get a couple 24, you're right in it. I did get your fish, Tyler. You're in there. You're breaking 100. I think you will, John. But is it going to be enough? That's why we got to wait and see. All right, folks. I am going to drop on off of here. We'll do it live next Thursday for another update. Jay, I got your fish in. Tyler, I'll go double check. I got your email. I'll double check your fish in. And then, Mike, if you're still on here, we're looking for, let me go back and see his name, Scott Roberts. I will just make sure he sent it to me. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I did not. Yeah, Scott Roberts. We're looking for a Scott Roberts. So, Mike, if you're still on, let him know. You guys have a good night, and we will see you next Wednesday night, same time. Have a good one.